Hey guys, Gamer of Gamers in the Zone, and welcome to another episode of Touhou 3. And with that, we have quite a few informal comments to get to because, as you remember from last episode, I didn't quite receive any informal comments from Freezing Time yet, and in that last episode, sometime after I had recorded it, I did eventually get an informal comment from Freezing Time on episode 5, which I will read off to you right now. Hi again, Gamer of Gamers. Sorry for the long wait. Had to do some things in college. And again, you meant me destroying the last stage. Sorry, I can't really help you with that problem, but don't give up just yet. Yes, she's beating you, but your score is getting higher and higher, which means you getting better and surviving for longer. Of course, it doesn't guarantee your win, but since it's all random, the longer you survive, the more chance it has to slip eventually. I will update this comment with stupid bot slip I saw in this video later, or make another comment. Yeah, sorry about that. Or make another comment with time code. It shows greatly how stupid bots can be, even at the last stage. And don't think that your actions don't matter, because they do. Even if you can't change the random from bot actions, you can affect the odds by throwing attacks at him. You saw that as Ellen, as you said, it dies when I throw the boss at them. And no, sometimes it survived the boss. But Ellen boss have some hardcore attacks, so usually it slipped taking damage. So hard attacks and bots more likely to slip. Hard attacks mates bots more likely to slip, even if don't guarantee it. And now let's talk about Gotohime. Sadly, there's even less information about her. She is a princess, though we don't know where she rules. Everyone think that she's weird. Even the weird ones, for some reason. She is self-proclaimed policeman, and is probably just an act, a game for her. Also, she likes to collect things, which she finds interesting, though usually she sits at home the whole time. Don't know where it is. Though, what's interesting about her, that she might be an inspiration of Kagaya Hori-san, I hope I pronounced that correctly, in Touhou 8, second last boss. They're both princesses with long hair and pretty strange personality. Though it might be just a coincidence, that's all take care. That was, of course, from episode 5. The last episode last week was episode 6 that we did. This is currently episode 7 that we're recording right now. So the informal comment we got from Freezing Time on episode 6 is that, hi again, Gamer of Gamers. Okay, now you were really close this time. Not only you beated her right after continue, but you almost beated her in one run before even using it. Here's some good and bad news for you, though. Let's start with the good ones, shall we? I found out that every character has a secret ability for about 9 seconds. If you press bomb button while you out of bombs and have full power, your power will slowly drain while you given a special ability. To be honest, never heard of it before this day, so sadly can't really tell what abilities characters have, but hope it'll help you in some way. Okay, so here are the bad news. You need to 1cc this game to get Chiri and Yumemi stories. Though it's not too bad since you need to 1cc it as any character. One character is enough. And difficulty doesn't matter, so you can do it on easy. Sadly, because of random, it'll not be a cakewalk, but I'm pretty sure it won't be too hard for you, so yeah. Let's talk about Kana then. You're pretty perceptive, huh? You're right, she doesn't have a triangle symbol on her head, and that's because she's not a ghost, but a poltergeist. I hope I don't mix that up with the poltergeist from Luigi's Mansion. I wasn't giving you lore when you beat Touhou 7, otherwise you would know the difference between those in Touhou universe, since Prism River Sisters are poltergeists too. Wait, Prism River Sisters? I'm guessing that's like the stage 4 boss in Touhou 7? That's my guess, considering the fact that we're on the subject of Touhou 7. So I will tell you about it now. Ghosts in Touhou are humans who died in the past and for some various reasons became ghosts. Poltergeists, on the other hand, are figments of imagination who materialized in our world. Usually it happens when people create imaginary friends and think of them as real beings. Oh, so it's something kind of like I think it was like a Cartoon Network show called like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, something like that. Haven't seen a lot of episodes of that show, but I have heard it was one of the classic Cartoon Network shows for its time. If you haven't seen it, I would probably recommend checking out one or a couple of episodes of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Kana was created by some mentally unstable girl in the mansion she's now haunting. As Poltergeist, she's linked to the house where she was created, so even if she can leave it for some time, it's not like she can live anywhere else. Because of that, and the fact that no one in mansion now scared of her, she asked Yumemi to move her home to Hakure Shrine. Nothing known about Kana's past, not about the mentally ill girl who created her, but Kana's theme is one of the prettiest and have a very sad or even depressed melody, which led to theories that she, or girl, have a pretty tragic backstory, which Zun haven't revealed for some reasons. Maybe it was intentional, maybe just because he abandoned most of the retro characters. Now I guess it doesn't really matter since we don't know it anyways in the future. Well, let's all take care. So with that, thank you once again, Freezing Time, for your informal comments. We do also have another informal comment from Lightning283. Thank you for your comment as well, Lightning283, who kind of answered my question in the previous game, or in the previous video, on what would probably be the best option here for what to move on to next once I'm finished with Touhou 3. In which I could either move on to Touhou 4, I could start playing some of the spin-off games, Touhou 7.5, go to Touhou 9, since that's a game I skipped. Because I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen so far, Touhou 9 is basically a modern-day version of Touhou 3, basically. Yeah, it says right here in the comment, Touhou 3 but new era. Or option number 4, which is the one that Freezing Time recommends I go to, moving on to Touhou 12. So yeah, seeing how that's the one that Freezing Time recommends I do, and yeah, he did mention that to me in, I think, one of the Friday streamings that I had where I did it, Touhou Extra Stage, so yeah, I do believe once this is finished, I'll probably be going back to the initial plan of moving on to Touhou 12. I only didn't move on to it because, like, I was initially planning on moving on to Touhou 12 after I had finished Touhou 2. The only reason I did it, well, I mentioned in the first episode of this particular Let's Play, that being that the Moria Shrine had some DMCA issues, because for some reason now Zun is beginning to have a bit of a problem with how people have been distributing his games, in a sense. So normally he's fine with a lot of stuff. He doesn't normally care about this kind of copyright stuff, but for some reason, now he does care. Don't know why, but anyway. Enough about the comments. Let's get back into this episode. So, based on what Freezing Time has told us, Rikako is not the last character. There are 2 more that we need to unlock. And to unlock them, we're gonna need to 1cc the game with at least one of these characters. So, I'm gonna need to have a lot of faith that Rikako is able to pull off that 1cc. Now, she seems to be quite powerful here, except her charge speed is quite low. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm mainly going to focus defensively for the high power charge shots, and then I'm mainly going to focus on firing a boss whenever my opponent sends a boss after me. So what I think I'll do, there are two ways we can do about this if I fail to 1cc it this episode. I can either continue making more episodes like I usually do with most of my Touhou videos, where I keep playing the game until I inevitably 1cc it. Which, hopefully it isn't that bad, because I remember with Touhou 11, that was when I had to, like... I'm pretty sure it was my frustration on Touhou 11 that led to me going into the retro era in the first place, because I needed a break from Touhou 11. Then I had to save Touhou 11 for Friday streaming to really be able to put a lot of time in my day towards trying to beat it. Quite difficult that was, but it eventually allowed me to beat Touhou 11. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this episode with Rikako, our last character, which, we'll see how this goes. Now, as mentioned before, Rikako has low charge speed, so probably best I only use charge shots if, like, I feel good about, like, where I am in a level. Or whenever I get hit by one of these flame attacks. I got hit there, really? Why am I already getting blue enemies sent after me? I'm not sure if Marisa got sent those as well, but it looks to me like the game's having a bit of bias by, like, sending tougher enemies towards me while Marisa gets the easy stuff. I don't know why I'm forgetting names all of a sudden. Alright, so my full power charge shots are ready. I guess since they're not... I really need to pay attention to the game right now. Alright, I know what I said at the beginning of the video, but I feel like it's also kind of a good idea to just... That was close. Oh, I didn't get to fire the charge shot. Oh well. It allows... At least it allows for an opening to prepare for another charge shot later on down the road. But yeah, the low charge speed is definitely going to be a problem here. Okay, for enemies like this, though, I'm going to probably need charge shots. For enemies of that much hits, yeah. Alright, at least off to a decent start. Even though I did take a few hits, I'm off to an okay start. Even though you're wearing those clothes, your magic is only that powerful? This person's straight up roasting Marisa here. Man, that's why we don't see this character in later on Touhou games, because Marisa was so disappointed by her defeat from them in this game that she just decided to erase their very existence. That's gonna be my headcanon, is that the characters we know move on to the modern era of the Touhou games couldn't handle the defeat they faced in this game, so they just decided to erase their existence. Those are seriously the attacks being sent after me. An interesting playstyle for a character, but it's one that I'm personally not really liking very much. Yeah, that level 2 attack is also rather easy. That's another thing. I mean, I don't know how a bot would react to something like that. Okay, time to prepare a counter. I'm getting cornered here. Charge speed is taking forever. Oh, it automatically fires when I get to full. Didn't really ask for that, but okay. A lot of these attacks are fairly easy, though, which leaves me quite worried how well I'm going to fare against the later on stages here, because that basically means that I have a character with rather weak charge shots. I mean, for taking out enemies on my screen, it's probably fine. Are we both the real thing? But that does mean my opponent is going to have an easy time avoiding my projectiles. Then again, I didn't really see what the level 3 charge shot projectiles look like on my opponent's screen. Mainly because I'm looking at my own screen most of the time, and oh geez, does that get me anywhere? No, it does not. See, look at this! Marisa has a Mima. I keep mixing up the names today. But she has an attack that's legitimately difficult to avoid. While this character's attacks, they're easy. So it's like, how is this character supposed to be a challenge for my opponent? Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. I accidentally opened up the start menu. Also, look at that. I was easily able to counter that. Alright, let me take a quick look here and see what the, Oh, I didn't mean to fire level 2 charge shot. Great, now they're getting the easy attack. Although, did it somehow still hit him? Okay, prepare a full power charge shot. Now! Oh no, that wasn't full power, although I still fired a strong attack at them. That's still an easy attack. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna focus towards using bosses. Because with how easy the attacks this character unleashes to avoid are, it's not really gonna pose much of a challenge to my opponent. So this is a character I'm not really liking so far. So right now, I'm probably just gonna focus my charge shots for survival purposes. So that way I can, you know, should a boss be sent my way, I can use a full power charge shot to instantly knock them off the screen and send a boss my opponent's way. I know what you said, Freezing Time, in terms of like certain strategies and stuff, but I feel like that a more defensive strategy will be more effective than how things are currently going. See, like right now, they just sent a boss my way, so I'm gonna prepare a full power charge. Okay, nope, never mind. I already won. Haven't had to use any bombs yet, so I still know nothing about what these secret abilities are. But I'm definitely gonna keep them in mind going further into this. So I'm gonna need whatever abilities I can use if I want a chance at 1CCing the game. Again, though, do let me know in the comments what I should do if I fail to 1CC it this episode. If I should record it like usual, or if I should just do it offline so we can get straight to the good stuff on the next episode. Either one works for me. I'm asking this to see what would work for you guys. Ooh, I picked a good time to fire that charge shot. Okay, charge attack being fired towards me. That's okay. Was able to get through it just fine. We're now at full power, and my opponent isn't really firing anything strong at me, so I'll just fire a simple attack towards them. Okay, I see that, like, the level 2 charge shot is kind of just regular bullets. Oh, of course, they get the point threshold to summon a boss on my screen, causing me to take a ton of hits. And I lost! Yeah, I do not like this character. Though, to be fair, that's probably from my own skill rather than from something of my own accord. But it's clear to me that, I'm not very good with this character. So I'm at least able to get reasonably far in this game without any actual losses. So the fact that I'm already lost a battle rather early on does mean that, yeah, clearly I'm not having a very good time with this character. So unless I get lucky, I don't see this being the run. So I'm probably going to have to do what Freezing Time recommended, which is probably to bring forth the shame of playing on easy mode. The mode that, to many Touhou fans, is considered the forbidden mode of any Touhou game. Like, I'm pretty sure any Touhou fan, like, they will shame you for playing on easy mode. In fact, I'm pretty sure the developers know that it's a shame to play on easy mode, because I know for a fact that, like, in Touhou 6, if you would play on easy mode, you couldn't even get the good ending if you were playing on easy mode. And I have heard on a YouTube video somewhere, I'm not sure which game in particular it is. Where did you come from? But I know that one of the games, if you play on easy mode, it'll punish you by making one of the bosses harder. That's what I've been told. But obviously, since I don't regularly play on easy mode, I don't know which game that is, so can't really be sure for myself Unless I were to try a challenge such as that where I play the specific game on easy mode and deal with the drawback of one of the bosses being super hard. Okay, doing a pretty good job so far this round. Oh, jeez. Okay, I wasn't quite ready for that. Because these charge shots are so slow. Don't know if that was a good idea, but I did that anyway. Okay. I need to pay attention. What's happening? Okay, they reached a point threshold or something that allowed them to fire a full power charge shot. Because now I got a boss on my screen. A rather dangerous boss. Doesn't matter though, I won this round. Be a good girl and go home. Alright, now it's our good old encounter with Reimu, and then there'll be only one more till we'll be able to enter the center, the temple, or spaceship. We already know it's a spaceship, even though everyone always claims that it's a temple. I also just realized that this scientist we're playing as is using a jetpack to fly. So unlike the other characters, this one... I mean, technically, yeah, in these older games, I know Touhou... Or, sorry, not... I know Reimu would usually need her, like, flying turtle to be able to fly back in these older games. Also, I'm off to kind of a bad start this run, seeing how I already got hit once. So I need to stop talking and pay attention right now, because clearly I'm having a rough time. Alright, full power. Come on, full power. There we go. Although it looks like it was just within that moment leaving the screen, so that probably wasn't a good time to fire the full power charge shot. Oh, I thought I was safe there. Yeah, I'm really not doing good with this character, so it's clear to me that I am not going to want to use this character. Oh, geez, that route had some strong enemies to fight. And down she goes. Alright, I was a little bit worried there when I started taking damage, but we still got it. Only one person left. One more person all have defeated, then all. And the last one looks like a weak girl. Too bad for her. Ah, yes, Kana, the, what was it, Poltergeist, I believe it was called? I mean, I can see how this is a good theme. Though I don't see how it in any way has any depressing elements to it. I thought I could take out that enemy there. No, didn't quite make it. Ah, they managed to land a hit on me. Yikes, that's a lot of damage. 2 hearts per hit. That's not good. Should I send something at them? I'm in that position where I want to send something at them, but at the same time, I do kind of like using my charge shots for defensive purposes. Come on, I'm not hitting anything. Alright, get ready. Oh wait, no, that's just a regular attack. I still get hit anyway? Really? Alright, one more hit and she's down. I do want to hold on to my full power charge shot for when she sends her boss after me. Because the moment she sends her boss after me, which is now, I want to unleash my full power charge shot. Now. What? Oh, geez. This could be a problem. I'm just gonna play it safe and use a bomb. Oh, geez, what is happening? Okay, we got her. That was close. Yeah, I'm really not doing good with this character, because normally I'd beat these bosses, like, real easily. I knew that I was the strongest. But yeah, as a... The power seeping from these ruins is definitely not magic. This could be what I've been looking for. I defeated all of my opponents, so I should be able to get in now. Alright, what do we got here? What? What is this? Don't move. Huh? What? So you're the strongest magic user, are you? Come with me immediately. Who's there? Well, the one in Trude. I shouldn't have skipped so far ahead. Whoops. This may look small, but it's like, yep. Shoddy and belligerent. But what is that weapon? Is that the thing that turns even monkeys into that when it hits? What's that? This is a weapon from another world. Anyway, come with me. Well, wait a second. Who told you to grant such poor hospitality? But it's more fun this way. You're scaring the guest we've been waiting for. Oh? Please forgive our odd reception. Oh, no, More importantly, where are we exactly? These don't look like historic ruins. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm Yumemi Ukazaki, a comparative physics professor. I feel like that's the only time she's, like, actually mentioned her occupation. So clearly, considering our character is clearly some sort of a scientist, we're dealing with characters of high intelligence here. Pardon me, I'm Rikako Asakura. In regards to your previous question, this is a probability space hypervessel. I've come here on this ship in search of something that doesn't fit into the grand unified theory. There are too many words I don't understand. You said earlier that you're from a different world? That's right. You're pretty sharp. May I ask a question? What is the source of power here? It's nuclear fusion energy, but what about it? So it isn't magic-powered? I see. This power doesn't exist to this world. Yes, in this world, magic unifies everything. Worlds like that, as well as worlds that are the opposite and those with a mixture of the two exist. Wait, okay. Let me read this again. In this world, magic unifies everything. Worlds like that, as well as worlds that are the opposite, and those with a mixture of the two exist. Interesting to think about, because when we think about something like our world, which doesn't really rely off magic at all. Yet there are worlds like that are highly reliant off magic, or are all about magic. And then, yeah, there are worlds that maybe use magic but aren't essential. That's how I interpret that, what that means there. At least, that was my theory. Okay, so it's starting to add up that this grand unified theory is that, you know, like, there's this, like, magic being all a part of, like... Alright, let me keep reading on. Maybe the game will explain in better detail than me. But I was right after all, to think that magic actually exists here. I see, that's very fascinating. So why have you invited people out here? That's because I want to use them to research magic, of course. Would you like to assist me? What's in it for me? Ooh. We got someone that tries to think of logic here. Trying to find a mutual benefit. If you're a particularly strong magic user, I'll grant you any wish, provided it's within my power. But if it's weak, we don't need it. I look forward to it. So what should we do then? We just have to fight. I'll just observe you while you're doing it. How about it? Will you help me? That's fine. I just have to fight you, right? I'd very much like to see some non-magic power. Well then, do your best, Cheery. I'll be monitoring this world of magic in the meantime. By that you mean... I want you to fight her. Man, I was afraid of that. Quit whining and defeat her this instant. You have my scientific magic, don't you? I don't expect you to win, but if you lose right away, we won't be able to understand anything. In that time, I'll gather data. No way out of this, huh? Let's fight. Scientist searching for dreams, that's what it says. I didn't really bother to read her description here. Wonder what kind of dreams she's searching for. If only she had the dream nail that allowed her to cut her way into dreams and be able to collect essence to be able to get her hands on the Void Heart. Okay, boss being sent after me. Let's prepare a full power charge shot. Okay, there we go. I still got hit anyway. My entire plan backfired. I wasn't supposed to get hit. My charge shot was supposed to allow me to escape getting hit, but all because it takes way too long for it to charge up. It kind of backfires my entire plan. Alright, I'm at full power again, so let's get ready here for the next time something gets sent after me here. Okay, so far just some regular bullets, nothing intense. Oh geez, I'm getting overwhelmed by some enemies. And I kind of cornered myself here. Okay, prepare another full power charge shot. Okay, no, I'm just bombing it. Just for safety reasons. Still fired the full power charge shot, though. Though they're also at full power, so I'm betting they're probably about to fire as well. And I am now running dangerously low on health. Yeah, I'm really not good with this character. For sure. I'm bombing it. I'm just gonna bomb it. Because I clearly I still die anyway. Yeah, I really don't like this character. Clearly, it's not working out for me. And they still have their full power charge meter. So they were immediately able to summon their boss character. They were able to summon their stand. I'm getting hit way too often here. Like, way too often. Like, it's not good. See, this is what I mean. I'm really not good with this character. Unless I can get lucky and have an easy time with the final boss, I'm in that position now where I don't really see myself pulling off this run. So, most likely, it's gonna be like... Most likely, it's gonna be like my previous runs where I'll at least get the good ending. But we are probably gonna have to make the decision on if I should go for... no, I don't want those enemies. I don't want to risk getting hit by anything. The only thing I'm not liking here is how long it takes to... I'm stuck up here until all the enemies pass by. Ah, okay, that was close. Gotta do something here. I'm hanging off a thread. And we have another boss. I'm just gonna bomb it just to be safe. Because I do not want to have to deal with that. And I'm stuck. Stuck between two beams here. Okay, they're down to low health, though. Maybe I can prepare a quick charge shot here that will allow me to quick finish them off. And, of course, they use a bomb. So my plan, once again, backfires. So now I'm just kind of having to rely off some low-powered charge shots in the hopes I'm eventually able to take her out. Oh yeah, I see it. They, like, use a bomb for, like, an ability. But since they're out of bombs, it uses up their charge shot. So, like, something like this here, it, like, uses it up, keeping me alive. That's... okay, that's pretty neat. Except I'm guessing it only works whenever you're at full power. Alright, we managed to at least get an extra life. What are those smiley faces up in the corner for? That's what I want to know. Jerry, you lost too fast. But no buts and no rear ends either. I couldn't get nearly enough data. Geez, if you had one, we could have just put her under and taken her home. What was that? That's right. I finally found the beautiful power called magic in this world. We won't settle for just observations anymore. I'm going to take you back as a test specimen, study that power, and make it mine. I knew something smelled fishy. However, your artificial magic isn't anything special. How exactly do you plan on bringing me back? My scientific magic is, after all, merely an imitation of magic. It can't prevail against the real thing. It doesn't use magic. It is a thing born of only positively charged photons and light waves. However, I saw through your attacks while you were fighting Chiri. I have an advantageous position. So you're going to use brute force? Alright, if you can manage to defeat me in battle, I'll give you what you wish. However, if I win, you'll come back to our world. That should suffice, even though it's not like I'm giving you a choice. No matter what, I won't lose. Here we go. Hold on just a moment, I need to change him to my battle wear. What's that? Okay, I'm ready. All you did was put on a cape. Give it your all. If you die, I can't take you back with me after all. I got it. Okay, here I come. Don't underestimate me. Alright, we have much less extra lives this time, so let's hope the game is nice to me, as well as, you know, try to at least fare reasonably well against the final stage. Okay, she's firing her full power charge shot. So I'll unleash mine. So that way I can perform a counter against it. I keep forgetting that whenever I have a charge shot out on screen that I can't charge up any more charge shots, so I should just stick to regular fire until then. And she already has her boss out, probably from a point threshold. Hey, I just reached my point threshold, so I was able to send mine out. And, of course, I get hit. I get hit twice by a regular attack. You gotta be kidding me right now. Alright, time to use bombs. So that was just plain disappointing. Look at that, already down to only a little bit of health left. Yeah, no, I don't see the game being reasonable with me this time. What? I fired a charge shot. You cannot deny that. Come on! And the boss is out. I know I have full power charge shot, but it ain't working for me. I'm just gonna play it, and I die anyway. Yeah, I really don't like this character. I know I said it plenty of times now, but I just need to make my point clear that I don't like this character. I get hit anyway, even after using my full power charge shot. Yeah, this ain't the run. I am probably going to need to rely off another episode and be able to see if I can stand a fighting chance here, because clearly this is not working out for me. So I only have one shot left at this, and I already took one hit, and I just took another hit just now. I'm never ready for those crosses. That's the thing. And, like, their charge shots are really hard. That's another problem. Alright, let's have my full power charge shot ready, because I know that they're going to fire theirs in just a quick second. No, I wasn't supposed to fire that quickly. Great, now they got to counter with their boss. My entire plan backfired, all because I fired just a little bit too early. Okay, that's another thing I probably don't like about this character, is that they automatically fire the full power charge shot when I'm not ready to fire it. What was that about? Alright, gotta hurry here, they're almost at full power. This charge shot's useless. They already have their full power charge shot out. And they're unleashing this attack while a bunch of enemies are out on screen. Great. I somehow survived, though. Somehow I survived that. Okay, we actually 1CC'd that? Out of what's probably my least favorite character, I 1CC it? Okay! We don't have to record any additional episodes for another character we've already played as. We managed to 1CC it. Last episode, too, before I would have had to make filler episodes. So now we won't have to make any filler episodes. We can go straight to the last two characters. So I wasn't able to defeat real magic after all. How frustrating. Why wasn't I born in this world? Now that it's come to this, I'll show you the true power of science. Take the... Yep. Okay, we know the formula already. Cut it out already. If you do that, we'll go down in history as the bad guys. Those folding chairs hurt. Geez, I was only joking. Wasn't it obvious? Well, I have no other choice. I will give up on learning magic. But I was able to collect quite a lot of data, and I can present a report to the Academy. Magic is real, closely related to religion. It can solve our energy crises, energy crisis. Oh my goodness. And environmental issues. It will save humankind, and somehow that seems off. Anyway, a promise is a promise. I will give you whatever you desire. Let's see. But for your information, I'm only human, so nothing too crazy. I want the science skills that you possess. Come again? The science from your world surpasses ours by 500 years, so I want your knowledge. An easy request, and I shall give you a book that will teach you all about our science. Fifth grade science. Hooray! It's science! Oh, what kind of cover is this? Thank you. Is it alright to give something like that to her? This world's science is, more primitive than ours. If I give them something too complicated, they would not understand. Considering this particular character, I think they probably would understand it. And looking back into my 5th grade science days, there were some pretty, I would say, is a good starting point to begin learning, you know, more about the complications. There's lots of things they teach you scientifically in low-grade science classes. Like, I remember one thing I learned rather early on, back in, like, the elementary school days, is, like, the difference between a physical and chemical change. Like, I remember once it got to, like, middle school and they started teaching, like, stuff about chemicals, and they asked that question. I remembered that from my elementary school days, and I gave them the answer. They were quite impressed. What was that? Nothing, nothing. Now it is time for us to depart. Have a safe trip. Yeah, let me just... Yeah, I wonder how they would react if I were to just show Rikako... It was Rikako, right? Yeah. Show Rikako one of my biology textbooks. Actually, I think I also have a geology textbook as well from college. Experiments. I did not get to read what that said. This is amazing. I knew there was a force more powerful than magic in this world. With this, perhaps I can even bring peace to this world. Though this world already seems pretty peaceful. Oh, what happens if I mix these two together? Let me guess, explosion. And so Rikako became a famous scientist in Gensokyo. Or not, it's a little hard to say. Oh, was I right? Was it actually an explosion? Alright, well, to my unexpectedness, we actually managed to 1cc it. Very last character, too. Well, technically not the last, but very last before I have to start 1cc'ing it to unlock more characters. So, seeing how I was finally able to 1cc it, probably got a bit lucky there, though. That does mean the last 2 characters should be now unlocked for us to play that as. And considering the rate we've been doing things, it should only take us 1 more episode. And then, yeah, we'll be good. But yeah, this is it. Only 2 more characters. Then that's it. So, it'll be interesting to think about, knowing that we're going to be playing as, like, these last 2 characters that you only get to fight once you make it into the... ruins. So... the knowing that, like, we're going to be playing as different characters is, like, going to be one of those things where it's going to be a completely different perspective. It kind of reminds me of a Flash game that I used to play back in the day. A Flash game that I used to find reasonably fun called, like, Warlord's Epic Conflict, where I think you could, like, which took place in this land known as Beneril. I believe that's how it was pronounced. And, there were all these different races you could play as. Like, I think there were 12 total, and 2 of them were locked, which was the Demon race, and I think, like, the Macrolites. And once you unlock the ability to play as those races, they actually had unique endings, because, like, I'm pretty sure all the other ending is just you win, and now peace returns to Beneril because you conquered it. But in, the other alternate endings with the other 2 races, the Demon race, you basically bring eternal suffering to all of Beneril, and, like, the Macrolite race, because of, like, how advanced their civilization is. It ends up getting to the point where everyone actually prefers the way Macrolites run things. A really cool Flash game. Like, if there's somewhere... like, if you haven't played it and you're into that kind of, like, tactical war stuff, I would definitely recommend maybe trying getting your hands on like maybe like a Flash emulator and trying to do something like that. Skill level of 60 this time. I'll admit, I didn't see it happening, considering the fact that we were down to our last life. If I had messed up even the slightest bit, we would have been done for. Even though that's my 1cc, it only got 3rd place on my high scoreboard. A little bit disappointing, but we didn't exactly do very good in this run either, even though we did manage to 1cc it. I do feel... Oh, this is new. I was expecting it to just say, hey, new characters unlocked, not more story content. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Right, let's get to cleaning. This time around was really something, wasn't it? I wonder why all these weird things keep happening around me. Still, I'll take that any day over nothing going on. Ever since those two left, the garden seems to have gotten bigger. Cleaning is such a pain. It's so boring. Huh? The Academy kicked us out again. Why? Did they still reject the theory despite their research? Come on. These people put in work and actual research, even willing to bring back an actual specimen. And they still reject their theory? Then again, I'm sure there's probably been some theories in our world that have been rejected as well, despite good evidence proving it. Like, I think I remember the first time someone came up with the theory of dinosaurs existing. That, like, I think the first people who came up with the theory, it, like, frightened everyone and led to the people getting put in prison. And then it wasn't until someone else discovered more later on that, you know, the dinosaur theory kind of became more of common logic. So I would not be surprised if there's been some rejected theories in our world, for sure. Like, I remember watching a video back in high school on, like, a very large debate about all these different fossils that people believe to be, like, you know, the missing link between, you know, the theory of, like, you know, what humans evolved from in, like, the evolutionary tree, as of where it might have started, and what people consider to be the missing link between how our branch in the evolutionary tree was linked back to a different form of, like, apes and monkeys and stuff. Because I think there was, like, lots of different evidence that people were looking for. Alright, back to the game here. I don't want this video getting to be too long. We already spent a ton of time looking at Freezing Time's informal comments. So let's keep the game moving. Hey, we're back. So despite everything I've been through in this game, it just turns out in the end that they just... the Academy still rejected their ideas. So that should mean now that I should be able to play as them now, right? Oh, yeah! I am able to play as them. Oh, yeah! I can definitely see why I had a rough time, because Rikako had some low stats, but, like, Yumemi and Chiri, they have some, like, they have some high... Well, I mean, Chiri still has a bit of slightly low power, but look at Yumemi's stats. That looks like it's overpowered. Like, compared to the stats of every other character, they have, like... Let me count the total of stars I'm seeing here. Reimu, 9. We have 10 for Mima. About also 10 for Marisa. Ellen only had 6. Kotohime had 9. Kana, also 9. Rikako had also 10. Chiri has 11 stars within her stats, and Yumemi has 13. That in my eyes, that just looks straight up overpowered, is what that looks like to me. So no wonder I was losing so... Oh, wait, did I actually... Wait, what did I just do? I pressed X. I thought that would take me back. What... Did I just get selected? Hang on, wait, no, I don't know why I just... Did I just, like, select the alternate color to Yumemi, or... Alright, I'm just gonna stop playing there, because... I don't want to get into this just yet, but there are technically now 2 more campaign modes that we're gonna have to play through here. That being said, though, we'll see how it goes, and only 2 more episodes, and then this Let's Play's finished. So we'll see how it goes. Until next time, this is the Gamer of Gamers, and stay excellent, everyone.